Hello, I'm Grin, and welcome to what is about to be a vlogcast. But first, I wanted to appear in person, mask to face so to speak, in order to recognize and celebrate something that we think to be rather cool. According to Social Blade, this is our 100th public video. Here at Channel Grin, all we've ever wanted to do is entertain people. And even if only one of our videos has entertained one person for 1 minute, we feel we've succeeded. So before coming out here, I went and did the math. In total, our videos have been viewed for 94,272 minutes, which works out to being 1,571.2 hours, which comes to a grand total of 65.46 entire days of people watching our content. And we hope for at least one of those days, one person was a little entertained. And going forward, we'll continue to strive to make entertaining content, so if we've not entertained you in the past, we hope to entertain you in the future. And on that note, we're over to you, Grim, with Vlogcast 3.
Thanks for that, me. Hello and welcome. I'm Grim Grindu, and this is Vlogcast number 3. And as said in the introduction, quite likely video 100. We're not entirely certain because we've got more than 100 videos uploaded, but Social Blade only counts the public videos, so by rights it's actually listing all of the videos that have gone live, whereas our count lists all of the videos that have been uploaded as tests to check that audio is working or whatever. So it's 100 public videos. I think counting the non-public ones, we probably have something like 107, but most of those extra 7 hold terribly uninteresting names like Sound Test number 3. Now to begin with, I'm going to start by doing something a little bit different and lead off with Pop Culture Corner. Not just because it makes more sense for the corner to be at the start rather than the middle, because the middle's not much of a corner, but also because I just want to talk about it first. So what's got the world of pop culture in a buzz right now? Well, unsurprisingly, it's once again Star Wars, as the new Star Wars Rogue One trailer has been released. And everyone's going crazy over it. There's about 1 million videos analyzing it and breaking it down scene for scene and talking about it, and I've just decided I'm not going to watch it. This is not me being a rebel, this is because I care too much about Star Wars to watch the Star Wars Rogue One trailer. You see, I've already seen the teaser trailer, and even seeing that, for me at least, was pointless. I have, up to this point, watched and read every single piece of Star Wars canon that exists, whether it be a movie, TV series, book, or comic. Heck, I mean, even earlier this year, in May, I actually uploaded a video where I listed the entire of Star Wars canon at that point in chronological order. So really, what is the point of me watching the Star Wars trailer? I'm going to be seeing the movie regardless. I mean, it's a Star Wars movie, I'm definitely going to see it, and all that the Star Wars trailer is going to do is give me spoilers for the movie. I don't want to be sitting through the entire movie and thinking, oh, this looks a little bit like that bit from the trailer. I wonder if, oh, there it is, there's that thing happening that happened in the trailer. I just don't want to do that. I want to go into the movie completely 100% fresh, which means I'm not going to watch the trailer. I've already had this policy for quite a few years in regards to books. I mean, I never read the blurb of a book that I fully intend to read because what's the point of having the story given away if you're going to read the book regardless? But it is the first time I've applied this policy to movies. And I'm quite honestly not sure why it took me so long to do this. I mean, I've been getting very frustrated at trailers for movies for a very long time, because it seems ever since about 1995, movies have decided that the trailer should tell you the entire bloody storyline. Will I still watch teaser trailers? Well, yes, probably. If it's a minute long, I'll watch it, because they usually do a pretty good job of not spoiling anything in a teaser trailer, but as far as actual trailers go, I'll probably only use it for movies that I'm on the fence of, not ones that I fully intend to see regardless. Which is, in truth, pretty much just Star Wars movies and Marvel movies, because they're the only ones that I see no matter what, because they've got such a good track record at this point. It is, however, despite adopting this policy, very, very difficult not to be spoiled by trailers anyway, because on the internet, and especially on YouTube, there seems to just be this huge cultural thing going on, where every single time a trailer is dropped, it just has to be analysed by every single person with a fine-tooth comb. This means that despite my conscious effort to avoid watching it, I have still seen lots of pictures where there's pictures from the trailer on a thumbnail or whatever, with a red circle around it, and saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe X is here, or, oh my dear lord, I can't believe X is going to happen. I won't say any of the spoilers myself here, because perhaps someone watching this video has adopted the same policy and is being more successful than me. As a side note, I've actually had to avoid the trailer several times on YouTube, so it would be quite ironically funny if you just saw the Star Wars Rogue One trailer just before watching this video of me telling you why I'm not going to watch it. But I suppose what I'm getting at is in this age of the internet where we have pretty much almost every single piece of entertainment ever invented available at our fingertips, why are we spending so much time analysing a piece of entertainment that's actually not even available for us to analyse in full yet? But whatever. And by the way, I'm not mocking you or questioning you if this is the sort of thing you like to watch. All the power to you. Enjoy what you enjoy. I'm just saying why I'm not going to be watching these trailers and why I'm not going to be speaking in length about the trailer or even watch the trailer. I will, no doubt, however, speak in length when the movie actually comes out and nerd about all the things it has in it and talk about what it means for the rest of the Star Wars universe. And moving on to the second and final part of the Pop Culture Corner is just talking about the games that I'm currently playing. As you can see, I'm still playing Grab by the Ghoulies, but I've also started to play the game Terraria, which was suggested to me by a Cody Rutherford, I apologise if that's not the correct pronunciation, in the comments section. So thanks for that suggestion, I'm having a blast. And also, as I continue to celebrate the Halloween season, I watched the 1932 The Cat and the Canary, which is a fantastically spooky silent mystery film set in a haunted mansion. So if you're looking for something fun and spooky to watch, I'll put the link in the description. It's available on YouTube for free. Moving on to information about the channel, last week we had another power outage, which was a pain in the arse, and we had more internet breakdowns, which was more of a pain in the arse. But we all got it up and running, and despite all of this adversity, managed to get 4 videos up last week, including last week's vlogcast, which means that, doing the simple math, if this is video 100, I managed to do 4% of our entire channel's videos last week. So, round of applause for me, clap clap, good job me. But in all seriousness, the reason you see more of me than Grin is because Grin is off working on things backstage that you probably won't be seeing for a very long time. So he is busy, just on less public stuff. The videos uploaded last week were of course the vlogcast, the very first build request, the Grim builds that accompanied it, and my Halloween-themed sci-fi mineshaft review of Zonto the Thing from Venus. Admittedly, the build request and the Grim builds were both very similar, and I'm not sure how I should handle that, because it doesn't feel right to put out 2 videos that are similar within half an hour of each other, but I think they're enjoyed by different spheres of people. I put up the Grim builds because people have actually specifically asked me to put up Grim builds, so I guess I was putting it up to try to please them. And in the build request, I tried to make it a little bit more theatrical and give some tips and whatnot, so hopefully they both went down well. It was a lot of fun to recreate the introduction to the original series of Star Trek within Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, and I had quite a lot of fun flying around with the whale. So I suppose, darting back to Pop Culture Corner for a second, if you're one of the younger generations and you've watched and enjoyed J.J. Abrams' Star Trek movies, go back and check out the old Star Trek and the old Star Trek movies. They're a lot of fun. But back to the subject in hand regarding the Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts Grim builds and build request video. So far they seem to be pretty well received, but I'll see how it goes when I do my next build request. And making my sci-fi mineshaft review was good fun. I enjoyed reviewing Zonto the Thing from Venus, although admittedly I did feel a little bit rusty in most aspects as it is my first review since I've gotten back. It took me a lot of takes to do a couple of lines in that should have taken only one take, and obviously I'm running into a bit of trouble with the reflective nature of the costumes and the green screen setup, but that's unfortunately the sort of thing you only notice when you're editing, and then it's too late to go back and shoot again anyway, so I'll just have to try to do better for the next video. Speaking of next video, on Friday there'll be another review going up, but it's not part of Sci-Fi Mineshaft or Sci-Fi Minecart, and I'm not quite certain at this point as to whether or not there'll be an extra video on Wednesday. It all really depends on what we can get done on time, although I can promise that there will be another extra video before the end of the month. As for the Friday videos, to the best of our ability, there will always be a Friday video. Recently I've seen a lot of YouTubers coming out and saying that they're no longer doing schedules and that they're just going to release their videos when they're done. And that's all well and good if it works for you. However, for us, if there's ever not a Friday video, you can bet that we worked really hard trying to get there to be a Friday video. This is not just because Grin and I are very big fans of schedules, which we are, we're actually a little bit fascinated with them, but also because we're both perfectionists. And the problem with perfection is it takes an extremely long time to achieve. So if we were to only put out videos when we considered them to be done, we would probably never put out videos. So we much rather having our weekly deadline, which forces us to put up things on a certain time, because it means that we have to get it as done as it can be by that time. And sure, this often means we have to cut corners. In fact, I cut out an entire thing from Zonto the Thing from Venus's review, but because I cut it, I was able to get the video up and move on to new things. And I think this sort of self-imposed deadline forces us to improve a lot quicker than we would, because our production schedule forces us to churn out more than we ever would have, which means more practice, which means more improvement. And I really do believe that there has been at least some improvement, and I believe if you just compare the first episode of Sci-Fi Minecart with the first episode of the second season of Sci-Fi Minecart, to see that there have been results. And with that said, that's all I really wanted to say in this episode of Vlogcast. So what do you think? Was uploading 2 individual videos, a Grim Builds and a Build Request, a good idea? Or should I try to find a better way where I can just upload one video on its own and maybe do without the Grim Builds? And also, do you have a build request of your own? And what's your opinion on trailers? Do you think they give away too much? And of course, welcome to all of our new subscribers, we hope we can entertain you, and to our existing subscribers, thank you for sticking around. Until next time, this has been Vlogcast number 3, and I have been and still am Grim Grindle.